this is the craziest shit ever. But I loved it. Like I love the, you know, and that's what made me do what I did when I was at B.E.T. and it had to be done. I'm like, this Freestyle Friday shit gotta be improved, man. Yeah. I'm like, if I'm really gonna do this shit and I'm Mr. 106, y'all gotta let me do my thing. Like I damn near was pretty much producing the show. I'm like, nah, this out of here. It's a new day. I'm here now. If we doing freestyling and y'all is doing battle, like the form of battling, if y'all don't go call, let me make a call real quick. And that's how we had the whole thing. And
they open it. Smack you up.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
After I went on there.
Yeah, yup. And correct me if I'm wrong because this is y'all's, you know, that's y'all's domain. But
mine no more.
I felt that, yeah, but you can speak on it though.
Yeah, I can speak.
But I felt like me doing that for URL and putting the Ultimate Freestyle Friday on cable television, and then B.E.T. would then let the Raw was go online. I felt like that opened up the door for the start going crazy. Like then now here comes Drake. Everybody, it just opened up the eyes of so many people, and then people never been on TV. This is like real talented motherfuckers who can really rap, getting a chance to be on cable television. Like, mama, I'm coming on at 6:30. Tune in, the whole world watching, not just in New York in front of a crowd or gotta wait to when we live. This is going down right now. Like it was so dope, and you know I was so thankful.
So many stars came out of that.
Right before I did
so many.
We was introduced to Loaded Lux from that. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Why you was from that?
Oh damn! You was too.
We talking about no. We talking about Chess, Ill Will, T-Top.
Oh yeah. All them. Like it's going. I'm like, oh, this is that gin.
Nah, that's before you were. But it was a Freestyle Friday.
You're right. Like all them, I'm like, oh, and I'm watching it, and John's all right by me. I'm like, this little nigga Chet, he hard. Remember, I was like, I like this little. He just aggressive. I'm like, I like how he be moving when he be. You know what I'm like, this little, I like this. But
you battle Chess, right?
Yeah,
you got him out of here. You ain't like that.
Yeah, he did. Like that. I was mad at John. And then it broke my heart. And, you know, and Chess know how much I like. I'm telling you, like that little nigga.
I love Chess too.
I love that little nigga, man. I love him so much. He was so hungry, but broke my heart when he would forget his lines, man. And there's been like so, you know, not a lot of battles, but it's been a couple where I watched the blues and it just broke my heart. But I love Chess. Like, he was one of my favorites to come out of that.
The issue with battle rap is it's just one moment in time, and ain't no whatever the fuck you got going on in your real life. It don't matter. It don't matter, bro. Niggas can get up on stage and be like, yo, my mom's died yesterday, and by the third round, they boo, 3-0, nigga. And we're like, God damn, man, no mercy on this thing. Like, shit crazy.
That was the same situation, I think, with you and T-Top.
Oh, no, son. First of all, who the fuck told me to walk in there? Y'all been up for like 48 hours in a hospital.
I was with you that day. You said
and I'm walking there like I'm gonna win this fucking battle.
You was there that day,
man. Son.
I spoke to you before that battle. You told me you was at the hospital.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Yeah.
That's a different type of feel right there, man. It's a couple of like niggas that want to battle and step into it. I'm telling them, like, man, that shit different, boy. That crowd that's a different type of monster right there. You gotta really earn it. You gotta really earn it.
Lyrically, these are the like best niggas in the world.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
let me ask y'all a question. You know, I'll be hosting shit sometimes. I start reversing shit. Especially for like John and Matt. Like, why do you know, it's talented, like you just said it, right? Some of the best fucking MCs in the world, right? Why is it so hard? Or is it that some battle rappers are comfortable being like where they are? Why don't we see a lot of them transitioning to making it to the industry and having hit records and getting signed to labels? I mean, we've seen it, like, you know,
we see
Wayne took Mills, I believe. We see Shaq, but like, why is that? There's always been that thing of, you know, like we can make hit records all day in radio, but nigga, we come in y'all world, nigga, get smoked. I don't give a fuck how nice you is on the commercial level.
Right.
Then it's like we get battle rappers, and I ain't gonna say no names, but I've worked with some, think you know who, got in the studio.
No good.
I'm like, this nigga don't sound like that nigga on that battle. This shit a little different.
I think that's part of it too.
It's perception.
Because you kind of expect a nigga to be that on a track. And being that on the track,
it's hard.
That means you a nigga with a book bag on, and you know you're not gonna sell that much records. You know what I'm saying? So I think for some battle rappers, like making music is just a different thing. You know what I mean? Like
some battle rappers made music before they started battling. I know you remember it was a point in time where a lot of rappers wasn't saying they was battle rappers, even though that's all we knew them for. They was quick to say I'm an artist or I'm just a rapper.
Right.
Niggas was making music beforehand. I was making music before I started battling. I know you. And like all the GOATs, the top, they was making music before they started battling. Now we at a generation where niggas is watching battles, never thought about rapping.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
I want to be a battle rapper.
I want to do that. So now they battle rapping, not making music. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I've worked with him.
question,
I've worked with him. Go, no, please answer the question.
Yeah, to answer your question though, I feel like it's a perception. Like they watch us, they get used to us, what they see on you know what I mean, on the TV, YouTube or whatever, and then a lot of people feel like, all right, you don't think I can make music? Let me try to make a hit record like what we hearing on the radio. Now you taking the battle rapper and he's stepping outside himself trying
and
something.
they're looking
That's
way
not what we like
outside
you for.
himself. Like even now, like
That's not what we like you
I
for.
play some shit for self. If I'm not going ham, he's like, nah, nigga, you trying to sound like Mace. I'm like, the fuck is he talking about? Yo. That's my real life on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like you think it's the cannabis effect. Everybody got so used to cannabis just bodying everything on the track. And when he put out an album and he was actually talking about something, they rejected it.
Yeah.
It was like, no, nigga, we want to hear you just kill rappers all the time.
Right.
It's not what we like you for.
So
I feel like you gotta find, as battle rappers, we gotta find that medium. Somebody said something ill to me at an aux party one day. He said, yo, when battle rappers make music, why don't they talk about, like, as far as what's going on in the battle rap world in their music? Because it's still relative and real. And I never thought about that, like, because I always tried to separate it. I don't wanna, talk about battle in the music.
I think that's a smarter bet, because if you talked about what was happening in the battle rap world, it would appeal to the battle rap audience.
Right.
Top tier.
And those
Now-
will be the first people that listen.
Yeah, right. No. There's
Top
nothing
tier
wrong with having
was
that
that.
audience. Right.
That's the biggest record.
There's
Right.
nothing wrong with having that audience, but the dudes that I've worked with from
Oh, there
battle
is.
rap.
Trust me.
No. I mean, if they're willing to support, but I don't know. What I can tell you is the artists that I've worked with from battle rap, there's a couple of things that throws them off. Number one, the pace of a record. It's a whole different pace when you're performing live. There's stops and starts. There's dramatic effect. Number two, the energy in the booth. You're literally in that booth by yourself. Whereas when you're in battle rap, you're on the stage, there's people.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
I've seen the best battle rappers I've ever seen feed off of the murmurs, the roars of the crowd. Excuse me, John, you got some splaining to do.
Yeah.
Totally different effect than you just in the booth and there's a mic in front of you and the beat's on and it's like,
I know how that feels.
this is boring.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then there's the content. Okay, now are we really gonna write 10 records about you murdering a rapper who we've never seen before? And your body and you can't insult the guy you've never actually looked at. So how is this song gonna translate? Who are you dissing?
Right.
Like who's the opponent? There is no opponent. It's just a made up MC. Now you just have to show pure skills, and those three things. I've noticed those are the three things that trip up the battle rappers that I've worked with.
But in a way, I feel like that's what tripped me up, because all my best battles was personal. I couldn't just make shit up about niggas like that. Like it was like, I don't know how to. I'm gonna just make this bar and make a hit. Like, but if I had a real issue, nigga, I'm going to hell.
It's more fun preparing for the battle.
Yeah.
Here's what I can say about this, right? I was a person who was introduced to the battle rap world years ago, right? Smack URL, whatever, right?
Where?
Now, I would say I'm gonna keep it real. It was when you battled Sirius. That's when I was first introduced to it. Then I started following Loaded Lux and Murda Mook and all of them and stuff like that. Somebody else put me onto it. But I always had that question, like, what is the stigma with battle rappers going into mainstream hip hop and making hit records, right? What's going on? Why is it not
No,
happening?
but it's only here. Like,
Right,
if you look at the rest of the world.
Let me finish. So now I meet you, right? And I never been with a battle rapper, like, I'm, in the yard in jail, there's battle rappers everywhere, but they're not making records. So now I come home, I meet Math, and I know him for this, battle rap galore and everything like that. But when I got in the studio with him, I said, oh, fuck the stigma. This nigga has hit records. You understand what I'm saying? And that was like, that's rare. Like, I've been around Murda Mook, I've been around a few cats, and I've heard their records, and I'm just like, But sitting in the studio with Math, I'm like, okay, he just broke that whole stigma for me. Because he has records that straight hit records.
It's crazy, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember thinking about this shit and comparing the two. I'm like, I have my reasons why I love battle rap, right? And I don't know if that could play a part of to why we don't see enough of the crossover, because we love it so much. You got guys like myself and Drake and guys that, it's like we come into y'all's world and it's like that's y'all shit. And the crossover field, the effect, it was kind of like, it brings me back to like the And1 mixtape in the NBA.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I loved
That's exactly what it
And1
is.
for what the fuck it brought to the culture, and I saw shit on the court that these niggas wasn't doing in the NBA.
Right.
And these guys are fucking talented. D1 players and or could possibly go to the fucking league itself. And it's like, damn, only one nigga made out that shit. Like,
Skip
really
the Malou.
skip, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then he had to, then he had to,
Solo.
reform his game to the NBA. And I'm watching him, and you're right, because I like what you do. I watch you because of what you do, and then you get to the league, and I don't get no flashes of Skip to Malou. Maybe a little behind the back, but it's nothing crazy. It's like, nigga, not here.
The coach benches ass.
This is, I'm gonna play how I'm supposed to play in this field. So I always looked at the two like that. Like, damn, it's like two things that just dominated the culture, means so much to us. And, I always compared that, like, man, it's like And1 with the NBA. It's like the guys you can see at the Rucker and Gauchos and all that shit. And then I always looked at it like it's the same shit.
There are rules to making a hit record.
Yeah.
There are rules to winning a battle.
Yeah.
And those are very different set of circumstances.
Yeah.
Very different set of rules. You can't carry the ball in And1. It's double dribble. You stop. Hey, turnover.
Yeah.
And1.
It don't matter.
Throw off a nigga head. All types of shit.
All kinds of, all right, that's a foul. That's a tag. Get the fuck out of here. And the team loses, and that's your ass. Battle rap, it's me and this guy who I'm actually familiar with, one way or the other. Either I really know him or I know something about him. And I'm not making a record to entertain the crowd through partying and dancing. I'm making a record to embarrass this dude in front of the crowd, and they're gonna fucking love it.
But
Total difference.
And I can only use this material one time.
Once. And it won't make sense with anybody else.
Right.
A Bow Wow record could play this year, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
10 years from now.
This girl who is 20 is gonna love it. She's gonna turn 30, still love it. Another girl who's 20 today is gonna love that exact same record.
Right.
That thing that he did, or that thing that he did against whoever it was, won't work anywhere else, anytime else, ever again.
This hot foot, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.